afternoon, folks. My director's back there making faces. Thought I would make a peach crisp Thrive way. Now, I have to understand I don't have all my Thrive ingredients yet, but peach crisp just sounded so good, and I have a can of Thrive freeze-dried peaches. My recipe is going to take this whole pantry can, and that's fine. And I nibbled on one there earlier. And the only thing that's in here, ingredients, peaches, nothing else. No sodium whatsoever, or, you know, all that stuff to keep it, you know, tasty for 50 years. Just plain old peaches, and they're freeze-dried. So I'm going to do this in a cast iron skillet. So what I'm going to first do is get the topping done. So I have a half a cup of butter. I already, I didn't shred it. I cut it up into little pieces. And I have a cup of flour. Like I said, there is Thrive flour. I do not have any yet. That will be coming. It also calls for 2/3 of a cup of brown sugar. There is also Thrive brown sugar. Sorry folks, I do not have that. But like I said, I am going to be using Thrive peaches. So I'm breaking up the harder pieces of the brown sugar. Mine also calls for a half a teaspoon of kosher salt. Yes, I am partial as to what salt I use. I do not have, nor will I ever have, a blue and white container of salt in my house. My sister, my children, and my nieces and nephews, if they watch this, are probably going to sit back and giggle. My father, from the time I was at least 3, when we moved to Ohio from New York, was a salesman, was one of the top salesmen for Diamond Crystal Salt Company. That's the only salt that I use. So there we go. There's a little plug for them. So I'm going to, I have my flour, my brown sugar, my salt, my butter was already in the bowl. So I'm going to smush this up, for lack of a better term. Actually, I have one of those things that I could be using, but I used it to smash my eggs up the other day when I made tuna fish salad. So this will work. And this is unsalted butter. My recipe I use is a cup of flour, 2/3 of a cup of packed light brown sugar. Well, my jar of sugar has light brown and dark brown mixed in together. So half a teaspoon of kosher salt, 1/2 cup, which is 1 stick, of chilled unsalted butter. Put this in a bowl. You rub in the butter with your fingers until the clumps form and no dry spots remain. And as you notice, I have changed hands because arthritis kicks in before I can get it all mixed in and get the clumps. So I have to change hands periodically. I know there are recipes out there, and I have used them in the past, where you can use oatmeal, quick oats. Daryl does not like apple crisp or peach crisp made with oats in the topping. So we do the flour way. Me? I don't care. It's pretty good at clumping right about now. So I'm going to set this aside. Try and rub most of this off my fingers. Get that set aside. I have my 10-inch cast iron skillet here. Because it's Thrive and it's freeze-dried, I want to rejuvenate it. Sorry, the word just went right out of my head. And I have this handy-dandy induction cooktop here. When we first moved into the house, our stove was not yet delivered. I had no way to cook, so I used my crock pot and electric pressure cooker and skillets and stuff like that. I think we bought this at Walmart. It could have been Amazon. I can put the link below. But it was great. I used this to do my water bath canning. It was slow, but it was great. And I used this until we got the camper stove that is now on the front porch. So in this pan that is now heating up, I'm going to put the whole can of Thrive peaches. And since I have to bring them back, I'm going to add 1 cup of water. I'm going to add 1/8 of a teaspoon, probably a little bit more, of cinnamon. I might get 1/2 teaspoon. I like cinnamon. And a teaspoon of vanilla. Homemade vanilla, folks. Nothing like it. Let's see if I can get this silly thing open. There we go. God, that smells good. My favorite perfume? Vanilla. I always used to joke that the only thing that I could wear from Victoria's Secret was the perfume. And they used to have vanilla perfume. Sad day when they stopped making that. They lost me as a customer. So I'm going to cook that down. Turn it down just 1 little notch here. So let that cook a little bit. And once that gets to cooking, I'm going to take it off the burner. I'm going to put my cast iron skillet, 10-inch cast iron skillet. Grizz, you see it's empty. And I will put that on the burner here. And I will dump everything into that. Okay. Yes, I know, I hear you. There we go. This only works when you have something on it. Okay, I'm going to turn this up a bit. I need this to warm up because I need to smear some butter around it, on the bottom, on the sides, and in that I will dump some fresh lemon juice in with that. I also have, and I can do it right now, I can put I have 1/3 of a cup, there it is, of brown sugar. I will put into that. And I'll let that cook down. That Mary in there, because that's nice and hot. So I'll let that do its business. Okay. Since I took that pot holder, Rubble Rose, Connie, if anyone needs any handles for their cast iron, she makes a wonderful set out of any color. Okay, I turn that off to shut it up. In fact, there we go. Sizzle, sizzle. Whoops. I already have the oven preheated at 350. This is a fast, easy recipe. The thing that takes the longest is baking it. This can be done with apples, plums, whatever fruit you want to use. Okay, I'll put this right there. Smells wonderful. I wish I had more apples or some sort of fruit to put in it. But this will be fine. Get all of that. And on top of this, I'm going to put the streusel topping. A lot of recipes have you adding nuts. I have some, but we prefer it without it. Now this will absorb a lot of the liquid that is sitting down there in the bottom of the pan. And like I said, this is a quick, easy peasy recipe. This will cook for about 35 minutes, 350, and I shall return when it's done.
Well, hey folks, while that's cooking, I had to sneak in here and just tell you, if you've never had Thrive Life, just hop on over to thrivelife.com/2familyhomestead and get you some. It's doggone good. Plus it helps the channel. Thanks.
Okay, I left it in for 40 minutes. The buzzer just rang. You have no idea what I have to put up with, folks. So I'm going to take my handy dandy little handle holder. I already turned off the oven. Oh. Tell you what, this puppy smells wonderful. Good Lord, this thing is heavy. Daryl,
Yes.
if you want to come out with your necklace, oh, this might be probably going to be too hot to try. It smells good. Can you smell it?
I can smell it.
I wish we had ice cream. Wow.
Well, it's almost ready for snow ice cream outside, I think.
A lot of this because of even using that whole can of peaches. It didn't quite make as much as I thought. I think there's too much topping. That's okay. Go have your cigarette. This is going to be too hot to try, unless you want to come here and try it.
I'm just smelling it. It smells peachy.
Here, come here and try some.
Bluesy it.
I am bluesing it. Here, you're my guinea pig. You can make your debut.
I'll stay off camera.
Stay off camera. It's all the syrup.
It'll work.
It'll work. You might do.
It's still hot.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my. Imagine that. Okay, well, folks, I could have used a few more peaches. Live and learn. It smells wonderful. For Daryl, it's going to work. It is good. So, Thrive peaches, brown sugar, flour, butter, vanilla, lemon juice. Easy peasy. Hope you all have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you next time.